when it was here. The low tide leaves the small and real. The things the high tide always covers. The things I only start to feel when the evening finally uncovers. Low tide night, letting go of everything the day didn't show. Low tide night, wide and clear. What the dark left when it was here. Low tide night. What remains is mine. Small and real and mine. You never said you'd stay forever. You just stayed a little long. And I was good at almost never getting used to feeling wrong. Almost yours in the dark. Almost real, almost art. You were close enough to touch. Almost everything, almost too much. The light comes in at 5 in the morning, finds me where you left me cold. I stopped believing in the warning signs I should've known to hold. Almost yours in the dark. Almost real, almost hard. You were close enough to touch. Almost everything, almost pours itself like slow, like something thick and almost sweet. It fills the corners, fills the low, and makes the city incomplete. Liquid evening, soft descent. This is exactly what I meant. Liquid evening, fill me up, empty soft descent. This is exactly what I meant. Liquid evening, fill me up, empty out the morning's cup. Liquid evening, dark and real, give me something soft to feel. Liquid evening, pouring still. I've been holding my breath for something, not sure what the something is. A change, a word, a quiet becoming, or just the end of all of this. The held breath, waiting still, something gathering its will. The held breath, suspended time, everything paused before its prime. The held breath, mine alone. There's a thermal in my chest tonight, a pocket of warm rising air. I didn't light it, didn't fight it, it just arrived and settled there. Thermal, rising slow and warm, something calm inside the storm. Thermal, lift me soft and high, not too close to any sky. I've been cold for long enough, that warmth feels almost foreign. I hold it like it might be rough to keep, like something borrowed. Thermal, rising slow and warm, something calm inside the storm. Thermal, lift me soft and high, not too close to any sky. Let it rise, let it carry, let it be, without the worry. Rising, warm and slow. This is what hope feels like. My playlist ran out an hour ago. I haven't pressed play again, just sitting in the afterglow of where the music's been. Empty playlist, just the room, just me inside the gentle gloom. Empty playlist, silence now. I forgot that I knew how to sit with nothing, just the dark, to need no soundtrack for the heart. For the heart. The silence has its own texture, its own particular kind of weight. Not heavy, more like a gesture from the night that can wait. Empty playlist, just the room, just me inside the gentle gloom. Empty playlist, silence now. I forgot that I knew how to sit with nothing, just the dark, to need no soundtrack for the heart. There grows an understory, soft and low, where smaller lives do their own flourishing, away from everything the loud winds blow. The understory, mine to know, where the quieter things grow. The understory, low and true. This is where I come back to. I am an understory kind of person, finding light in filtered, dappled ways. Not worse for the shadow, nothing worsens, just adapted to the quieter days. The understory, mine to know, where the quieter things grow. The understory, low and true. This is where I come back to. Let the tall things have their sunlight. Let the loud things have their space. I'll be here in the filtered light, finding beauty in the shade, in the understory, growing quietly. That's enough light for me. Everything I feel waxes and wanes, like the light behind the clouds. Some weeks full and some weeks faint, some days quiet, some days loud. Wax and wane, this is fun. Everything moves in its own time. Wax and wane, tide and turn. This city builds itself at night in ways that daylight never shows. Each shadow is a different light, each corner something no one knows. Evening architecture, mine to read, everything I didn't know I'd need. Evening architecture, dark and tall. I am small, and that's not bad at all. Evening architecture, holding space for everyone who needs a place. The roof lines with my eyes and follow fire escapes up high. The buildings hold no real surprise, but comfort in their standing by. Evening architecture, mine to read, everything I didn't know I'd need. Dark and tall. I am small, and that's not bad at all. Evening architecture, holding space for everyone who needs a place. Buildings don't ask anything of you. I like that about them. There's a frequency that stays still while everything around it moves, a tone beneath the noise until the world finds back its grooves. Still frequency, always there, the note beneath the rushing air. Still frequency, underneath the field. Still frequency, low and true, the note that carries me back to you. Myself to stillness first before I face the moving day. The frequency that quenches thirst before the loudness comes to play. Still frequency, always there, the note beneath the rushing air. Still frequency, underneath the field. Still frequency, low and true, the note that carries me back to you. Still humming underneath everything. Find it. velvet hour arrives without announcement. Around the time the city starts to soften, the daily noise makes its pronouncement of silence, and it happens often. Velvet hour wrap around the softest version of the sound. Velvet hour dark and fine. This richly textured night is mine. All the warmth and all the low of everything the velvet knows. I've been waiting for the velvet hour since the morning pulled me into motion. There's a richness to this quiet power that I approach with something like devotion. Velvet hour wrap around the softest version